Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel EK of AI. This channel was created with the intention of helping everyday people be able to make use of latest technologies and apply it in making their day-to-day lives much better. My name is EK and for the past few years I've been delving into the field of technology, artificial intelligence, data analysis, and it's always been on my mind to start a YouTube channel like this, but I never really felt quite ready for it up until this very moment. So I hope you enjoyed this video, which is where I'm going to be sharing the top 5 ways that I use generative AI in my day-to-day life. And it's important to keep in mind that while using these AI tools, try not to include your personal information as most of the prompts are reviewed by human reviewers. I hope you enjoy it. So there are two tools that I currently use to assess AI language models. One of them is Gemini, which is Google's large language model, released last year. It was formerly called BARD, but recently it's been changed to Gemini. And to access Gemini, I need to be logged in into my Google account, which I already did. And I need to either go to gemini.google.com or simply search for Gemini and click on the link gemini.google.com, as you can see. And it takes me straight to the homepage where I can begin right away to interact with Google's AI model. The second way is through ChatGPT, which is a large language model developed by OpenAI, and it was released in November 2022, and you can easily access it by going to chat.openai.com or simply searching for ChatGPT and clicking on the link that has chat.openai.com. And it takes me to the page where I can log in or sign up. If you've not created an account with ChatGPT, you need to click on sign up and either sign up using an email address or with your existing Google account or a Microsoft or Apple account. And once you signed up, it takes you straight to the page where you can interact with ChatGPT. So right now we are signed up and we are ready to go. This is how the interface for interacting with ChatGPT looks like, and this is the one for Gemini. Now, before I begin sharing the top 5 ways that I use AI in my day-to-day life, I would love to mention that all of the responses which we will be generating using these language models might not be 100% correct in some cases, and it's always important to double check the responses which we get from these models. It's also important to mention a difference between the two large language models. So to start with, let's just enter the prompt. How updated are you? So we'll find out that the Gemini model is being constantly updated with new information, and the ChatGPT model, let's just enter the same prompt. How updated are you? And we see that there's a cutoff point for ChatGPT, the free version of ChatGPT, which is up until January 2022. So the Gemini model would be much more current for specific tasks than the free version of ChatGPT. But the paid version of ChatGPT allows you to use information that is more recent. And so to begin with, let's just find out, let's say, what is AI, for example. What is AI in simple terms? And we have a simple answer that explains to us what artificial intelligence is. So this leads me to my first top way of using ChatGPT, which is for learning. I could learn about anything using ChatGPT. Let's say, for example, I'm interested in Python programming and I want ChatGPT to teach me how to program in Python using the basics. I simply enter the prompt, teach me the basics of Python with code examples. And it begins by teaching me the basics, starting with the variables, the data types, the operators. It goes on and on with the control structures, functions, even telling me about data structures. And it just explains the basic concepts with code examples. Now, it also does something very unique, especially when you're much more experienced with programming. So in programming, if you omit a single character, it can lead to an error in the code. So let's say, for example, I just copy out this code here, which is a dictionary, and let's say I intentionally remove one character and I want ChatGPT to find out what's is causing my code to have errors. So I just paste in the code here, and I just remove the one of the open brackets, which would definitely lead to an error in this code. So I say this code gives me an error. Why? And we'll see from the response that it's gonna pinpoint exactly why I have an error from this code. And we can see from the response that it was able to understand where the error is coming from, which says the error in my code is a syntax error and there's a missing parenthesis. So this is one use case for me for learning. It's not as simple as this. It can actually pinpoint some more complex errors than what you can see here. Another interesting way that I use this for learning is, let's say I want to learn how to prepare a traditional Irish dish. I just come in and say, teach me how to prepare a traditional Irish meal. And it gives me a step-by-step instruction of what I need to prepare an Irish stew, with the ingredients, the instructions, and just all of the information I need to try a recipe like that. Now this leads me to the second way which I use AI tools, the second top way which I use AI tools, and that is in the area of assisting me to write better. So let's say I'm a frustrated customer and I ordered for a package. I should have received the package 10 days ago and I didn't receive the package. I've been sending emails, I've been making calls to the customer service team, and no one is responding to me. I feel so angry about the situation and I feel like writing this. I feel this way about responding to a customer service team. I have been waiting for my package to arrive since 10 days now. I've not received it. I have sent thousands of emails and made phone calls, but it seems no one is interested in resolving my issue. I'm very disappointed. How do I present this concern better? So I just give a description of how I really feel and what I really feel like writing to this customer service team, right? And ChatGPT is going to suggest a better way for me to present that based on what I have shared. And if you read the message, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to bring to your attention an ongoing issue. I understand that issues can arise. I mean, the suggested response is much more polite and constructive rather than if I had sent this exactly the way that I wanted to send it. So when it comes to writing, depending on how I'm feeling or depending on what kind of message I want to convey, ChatGPT can be a good way to help me to write in a better way that people can connect with while still capturing the main intention that I have in my message. Another way I use AI tools as a way to support me when it comes to writing better is to use it as a translator. So let's say I want to translate the word I love you in various languages, right? I just write translate I love you to, let's say, Spanish, German, French, and Chinese. And just press enter and it gives me the translations of all of them in those languages. I can translate different things, different sentences, whatever I want, and it gives me the translations in real time. So the third favorite way that I like to use AI in my day-to-day life is as a trip planner. So for this case, I'm gonna use Gemini. I can also use ChatGPT, but because Gemini is much more recent, I'll use that for the purposes. So let's say that I want to plan a trip to Bali, Indonesia during summertime, let's say sometime in May, right? And I say I am planning for a trip to Bali, Indonesia in May. What should I pack? And then it gives me a wonderful suggestion. May is a great time, telling me about the weather, telling me the kind of clothes I need to pack, swimwear, all of these wonderful suggestions on the things that I need to pack, the essential things that I need, the optional things that I need, things I need to leave at home. Gives me a comprehensive packing list, right? And then let's say I don't even know places to visit when I'm there. So I just say, what places can I visit? And it gives me a suggestion of different places in Bali, Indonesia, where I can actually visit and get the best experiences when I'm actually there, right? This is wonderful. And it doesn't just do that, it can also help me to check out affordable flights to the location. So let's say I'm going from Canada, for example. I say I am planning to book a flight from Canada to Bali. You just give it the dates for, let's say, 15th of May. What is the most affordable option for me now? And then this is where it checks in real time for available flights using the Google Flights feature. And it's searching, and it's giving me the options. It's giving me the options available, and it's giving me the price for the trip, right? This doesn't look very affordable, but of course it has the options, and I can always change the time period which I want to plan the trip. It also gives the options of hotels, affordable hotels to book. Let's say I want just a simple place, not too fancy. And it searches for available hotels with good pricing. And yeah, I have a range of options which I can select from already. So this is the third way I use it for planning great trips to any location. Just give it the information where you're going to, and it gives you wonderful suggestions on how always keep in mind that you should not use any sensitive information or any personally identifying information when you're interacting with these models, as some of the prompts that you're giving to these models and some of the responses it gives are often reviewed by human reviewers to improve the accuracy of the model. So don't share anything that you're not comfortable with sharing, like credit card details or any personal or sensitive details. That brings me to the fourth way that I love to use these AI models, and it's in the area of mental health support, or as a mental health body, right? So let's say on a particular day I'm not feeling great, and I already described these prompts ahead of time just for the sake of time. And let's say I'm feeling terrible today, I didn't win a contract that I applied for despite all the efforts that I put in, and I'm just feeling down today, for example. I put in this prompt to the AI model, and then it gives me some very helpful, comments. That's when I read through them, I feel a bit better, and it tells me what to do, tells me what to focus on, doing something nice, and it makes a suggestion of distressing. And maybe I really need to distress right now, and I want to feel good right now. I can even go further to ask again, how do I distress right now? And I get beautiful suggestions on how I can do that immediately. And when you try these things, you definitely feel better instantly. And the fifth way, the fifth and the final way that I love to use these AI tools is as a personal advisor. So if I'm thinking of any ideas, if there's an idea that's popping up in my head and I don't know where to start, I don't know how to go on about it, I just put some prompts into these AI models, and I say I'm thinking of starting a business, for example. Tell me what you suggest, right? I describe the business a little bit, and then it gives me plenty of suggestions on what to think about, what I need to work on. And once I begin to work on these things step by step, you're definitely gonna see results. So that brings me to the end of the top 5 ways that I use AI in my day-to-day life, which I'm sharing with everyone. And I hope as you use AI, you have your own favorite ways of interacting with these systems, which are still in development. And feel free to share your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me the ways that you also use AI, which may not be part of this ones that I mentioned. And it'd be nice if you subscribe to the channel and encourage me to continue on with creating more videos like this one if you really liked it. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.